What were your parents' names?
Renee Delahousie and Elizabeth Dwyer.
And they live in St. Martinville?
Yes.
So were they born in St. Martinville? Or did they come?
Yeah, I think around that area.
Okay. You know around what time?
About what?
When they were born? I know it's...
Let's see. Wait. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Mama's no. No.
Okay, they were, Mama was 92 when she died. So she must have been born when, subtract 92.
When was from what year?
She was 92 when she died. I think she died about at least 30 years ago.
Okay. Okay.
And Papa more or less around a few years off.
Okay.
Before. Papa died before Mama.
So that would be like around it. That'd be like 1890 or
yeah,
around there. Okay. You had how many siblings?
I was trying. It might have been before 90.
Yeah, probably. If it was 30 years ago, then that would be in the 70s, or maybe around late 70s, and then 92 years after that would be like the 1880s.
Because you see, I was born in 1924, and then you subtract 86 or 85, 86 years from that, and that would be Mama's age. On the contrary, you subtract more because she had my brother and all those older than me.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So you can put that.
Well, I think I have. I have to show you that thing on Ancestry.com. I have the census from 1930, and I think it lists everybody's ages.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'll show you on that, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, to check it out.
And you had how many siblings? How many brothers and sisters?
I had 2 brothers and 5 sisters that lived, but I think Mama had 3 of them that died young. So I get just say 7.
Yeah. So, and what did your dad do? He was a sharecropper, or what?
Yeah, he was a sharecropper, and then he worked with the city.
Do you know what he did there?
Yeah, he would he'd collect. He'd go and collect. I think he'd collect the garbage.
Yeah.
But there's
probably a lot of other stuff they had to do too. Okay.
A little bit of everything in the city of New Iberia.
Of New Iberia, okay.
At first, he was a farmer.
He was a farmer for a long time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He came, he was...
In St. Martinville? Or in New Iberia?
Cade.
In Cade?
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of that.
Well, it's all communities of farming.
Yeah.
Cade and
C-A-D-E?
Broussard and...
Oh, yeah, okay.
And New Iberia. It's just a little community, St. Martinsville. They lived there for a while. They moved a lot.
Yeah. Well, when you were born, was he doing sharecropping still, farming?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you remember how tough that was? Like for him, that'd be a long day every day, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they get up early and
then you had to give most of your crop away to the landowner.
Yeah. And you were born in 1925, you said.
24.
24. Okay. What's the first memory you have of like? Is there anything that strikes that you remembered first?
I remember. I guess I remember grinding some corn to make cornmeal.
Yeah.
I remember doing that when I was small.
Yeah. Would everybody kind of help to have their own things to do with the farming? Everybody kind of did something, I guess. Not with farming, but with.
Oh yeah. We did a little bit, but we kind of hated farming.
Yeah.
We planted I can remember those long vines. We planted some of the what was it?
It was a long vine.
Yeah, it was vines you had to plant. We planted some of the seeds, just seed. And that's part where I hated it. You had to
What was so bad about it? It's
just tiresome in the field.
You have to. I guess it hurts your back to. And hot. I'm sure if it's hot like it is now. When did the when was the Great Depression? Was that like the 30s, early 30s or mid 30s?
Yeah, I think it was the early 30s.
Do you remember that?
I kind of remember how hard it was at that time for Papa to get a loan and to do anything. It looked like everybody was suffering.
Yeah, I think so that would just be, and I guess it was hard during that time with farming too, with the Depression.
Oh yeah,
because you
didn't have any tractors. You had the what you call it,
the things you had to.
It was all
done by hand.
Yeah. It was no tractors and no mechanized equipment.
Oh, that must have been so hard.
Yeah.
So what about school and stuff? When did you start that?
School, we had to walk probably about 3 miles.
Really?
3 or 4 miles.
When did you start going?
When I was 7, I think.
Man.
Because that was, not pre-K or...
Right.
It's when you reached, I think, the age of 7, that's when you started going to school. No kindergarten or nothing like that. And then we walked almost, must have been at least 3 miles going and then 3, maybe more, and 3 miles coming back.
So that would probably take, would you go to school long? Like, would you be there? You wouldn't be there as long as it is today, I would think. I mean, it wasn't from or was it about the same time, you think?
Well, I think about the same time.
Really? So pretty much by the time you got home, how long would it take you to walk 3 miles?
Oh, by the time we got home, it was almost
dark. So that's the whole day was just.
Yeah.
What was it? How many people were there? A lot of people at the school.
Well, there was a St. Lawrenceville High School.
Okay.
St. Lawrenceville School. No, not too many. Not like right now.
Yeah.
But we had teachers.
So you went there through how long? For how long did you go? St. Lawrenceville?
Until I graduated.
Okay. They had
And I think I graduated at 17. 17. I thought it was 16, but it was between, you graduated young,
Yeah.
The same school is there.
That's it? Me and Linda went to St. Martinville today.
Yeah, that's the school I graduated from.
Really? That's right by, I went by my grandma and grandpa's house. They lived right there.
Yeah, I know. Who lives there?
I don't know. I saw a lady walking in.
Oh, really?
An older lady. Yeah, she was opening the door and it looked really nice. They did a really good job with it. Like when you look at the house, it was it was like I remembered it, but compared to the other houses in the neighborhood, it looks brand new almost.
Oh.
So whoever's doing it has taken a really good job of it. I mean, a really good care of it.
Your mama probably wouldn't know if they sold it or if
I didn't know what they did with it.
Somebody in the family.
Yeah, it might be. So that school, I can't believe that was the same. I wonder when St. Martinville.
Yeah, you see me, Marjorie, Mabel, all my sisters graduated there. And Joe.
And were y'all all at school at the same time?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
Because I think Joe was the oldest. And we used to go to, then Joe got married. She was the oldest. And Marjorie and I know Marjorie remembers, but I don't remember Mev coming with us. And I can still smell Joe would make just plain potato stew for us.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'd go there, and that was like a big treat.
Oh, man. So when y'all
Joe is the one that married Lawrence George, that was a lieutenant colonel.
Oh, wow.
And I saw there his good friend Jeff. I think it's Jeff Bienvenu, just died not too long ago. I could hear Joe talk about Jeff off.
There was something I wanted to ask you. We went to the Graves Day, and they had there was Rena Menard? RENA?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, that's you remember Kiss,
Uh-uh.
Pop's brother.
Oh, that was his.
That is his wife.
Okay, she just passed away in 2008?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. I was wondering who that was. Okay.
Yeah, she.
Mm.
That's why I used to talk and get all the news about everybody now.
No.
I don't even talk to nobody in the family anymore.
Mm. So whenever y'all all go to school, y'all would all walk together and go 3 miles up and 3 miles back.
Yeah.
What and the school when you started going, you had like separate classes and stuff, or did everybody in the same grade take the same classes?
No, you all had separate classes.
So it was like so it's just like it was today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's okay.
And what we all remember was a stretch of the road when we were on the bus. You know, the bus would bring us back and forth. The bus driver, he was kind of old. When it was just me and my sisters left, he had to go a little bit out of his way, maybe 2 or 3 miles. He'd pull out a bag of candy.
Oh, that's tough. So even with the bus, you still have to walk to the stop for 3 miles.
Yeah.
So okay, so y'all you were really like a lot more farther than 3 miles away from school.
Yeah, we were out in the country. You know.
We rode all around St. Martinville through all way past the school, like 10 miles. So we might have been in the same area. Do you remember where? I mean, do you know where it was?
What?
Your old house. Or your old?
Yeah. One of them I remember. I had several old houses.
Yeah.
one of them. You know the road. Okay, from St. Martinsville, then you go to Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
But you turn.
Yeah.
Well, they have one little house in the country that stands like on a hill.
Yeah, I remember.
That's the one that we lived in for a while.
It didn't burn down too?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I gotta go look at that. We might go.
I remember I used to cross that street, Marjorie and I, but Marjorie wouldn't. I don't know if she did. And they had those trees that when you bend down on it, it's flexible,
mm-hmm.
that you can go up or down. So I'd go way to the top, and then I'll catch on, and then I'll go up.
Oh.
And then another thing I had done, you see, we didn't have any TV to keep our sanity, I guess. We'd make those I guess it's type of a stove, but in the ground. We dig all the way in, and then we'd have a hole on top.
Yeah.
And then we'd put the wood in there and we'd make.
Oh. What else what would y'all do for fun? I mean, if you just that, like stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things like that. They had nothing else. Or read.
Did you like to read a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, so what any kind of books in particular? The same things you read now?
Anything you could find.
Anything.
Beggars couldn't be choosers. Then we'd go and we had chores too. We had to go ground our.
What time would you wake up every morning? And would you do your chores before school?
No, I didn't really. I had 4 other sisters that would do more than me. I was lazy.
Oh, no.
And let's see, before school, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell me the chores y'all did. Yeah, you were about to say it and I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
You know what? We'd go to the store. I'll never forget my first communion. That's where I had a big treat.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dime. And I went and they were selling ice cream cone.
Oh.
So with a dime, I could get 2 of them. And so I had given one to my sister. That was you see that? My mind doesn't remember much, but it remembers those ice cream cones.
Mm-hmm.
That was something I hadn't.
Was that the first one you had?
Well, not the first cone, but you see, Mama would make ice cream, homemade. That's one thing we had. And then, but I had to run maybe 2 miles to watch for the ice truck. So then I'd start when I knew it. Mama said, if you can get the ice truck and we can get some ice, I'll make some ice cream. Oh, Lord, I ran like crazy to get to that ice truck. I can't even remember myself saying that, screaming, eyes.
What would the so it was he was like he would cross and you just have to wait to see when you saw him come, the truck? So you'd have to run to a 2 mile spot and then kind of wait to see him pass?
Yeah, you see, he came on one road and there I was coming up. You see, this was like a farm road and he'd come on the main road.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he drove. You knew what time he was going to be there? He would usually drive by?
Yeah, well, he had a schedule.
So you...
Through people we know. So, you see, we didn't have any ice at all.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I guess it's man. What else do would people like if you were telling I guess what else did you not have back then that people wouldn't believe? You know, like if you were telling Reagan or Adele, like, yeah, when I was around y'all age, we didn't have this. I mean, a TV, you didn't have TV,
yeah,
ice.
We didn't have TV, we didn't have ice. What else? We didn't have air conditioning. And we didn't have lights.
No lights?
No light, we had to have a lamp.
So that when it got dark, you really did have to, that really was kind of the end of what you could do.
We had to light the lamp.
Yeah, you'd light the lamps. And
we had lanterns, to walk, whatever.
What, when you were in school, what was your favorite subject?
History.
History. Yeah, well, that's what me and Megan must have got. That's our favorite. Anything you like in particular about history? You just like knowing about the past?
It's the heroes.
The heroes.
The presidents, the generals, Washington, Lincoln, all those.
When was World War I? I'm all messed up on my dates.
Oh yeah, but it was before.
It was before
World War II, but
but wait, were you remember that?
No.
So it was after.
That was after.
I think it was right after. Yeah. So, but it was like the world. I mean, I know, and we'll get to World War II, but was the world just such a different place? Like, did you not feel kind of safe at all times, or did you always just think that was so far away, that other world?
That was so far away, that other war. We just was worried about making a living and getting crops to grow, and then we'd do with eggs. We'd have chickens that would lay eggs. We'd sell our eggs. Mama would catch a chicken and.
I guess if the crops didn't grow, that would be kind of hard.
Yeah,
but you're always scared.
It wasn't like for food. We'd grow. We'd raise. Right. We'd raise our chickens, our hogs, our meats. We all raised our meat. We cattle. And for transportation, it was either on horseback. Not me, because I never used horseback too much. Oh yeah, I remember one time.
Would y'all? Oh, so y'all had some horses?
No, I had. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Pop would go around. Huh. And my uncle had bought his first Model T that I can remember, and he offered. One time, Mama was sick, so he came and picked her up and brought her to St. Lawrenceville to Dr. Bates.
When was that?
Oh, Mama was about 40, I guess, or maybe probably 30. See, I don't remember then she died. Let's say 30 years ago. That must have been 100 years ago, at least. Mm-hmm.
What did a lot of the horseback ride? You didn't like? Did you like it, or did you just not?
Yeah, I liked the horseback ride.
I've never ridden a horse, but it wasn't something that you could use a lot, I guess.
No.
Like you couldn't ride a horse to school
Oh no!
Because somebody else would need it for something else. Is that what it is?
No, it's
No.
just no.
I guess you wouldn't have anywhere to put 'em.
Nobody would bring the horses to school.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
I didn't think.
Come on now.
No, I meant like
Yeah. No, they at that time they had. You see, they had school buses, so they didn't have that many cars, but some people had cars.
But you didn't see too many of them around.
No, most of them would come on school buses.
Yeah. When did you when was your first job?
My first job was, well, I worked at school.
What did you do there?
In the library.
Oh, well, you got to read some books there.
Yeah, and then.
Did you work as like a librarian, kind of? I mean, would you like put books up and stuff?
Yeah, clean up most of it. Yeah. I was just a high school student.
How long did you do that for?
Maybe a year. That's how I remember. The reason I remember is that's how I bought my graduation ring.
Oh, so you saved up the money from working there for that year?
Yeah.
Wow. You did what you were saying something else about I guess
what was it?
Your first job after
my first what?
Your first job, I guess, after high school.
Oh yeah, after high school, it was got a job at a restaurant, waiting on tables, waiting on people.
Did you like that?
No, I hated it.
Yeah, me too.
And then my next job.
How long did you work there? Do you know?
Oh,
was it not too long?
No, maybe 3 months.
Was it a restaurant in St. Martinville?
Oh no, it was in New Iberia.
Do you remember what it was?
It's not there anymore.
Yeah, okay.
It's Iberia Cafe. It was some Greeks that owned. I think it's Greeks. Oh. But it was the first real nice restaurant.
Yeah.
It was really.
This was like a fancy place, so people dressed up and they went.
Yeah, right. And then I went. I think it was Morgan and Lindsay. That was in New Iberia too.
Morgan and Lindsay.
I think, but I'm not.
Was it? What was it?
It was just a store that sold different. What do you call it?
Like a general
store. And then I hated that because they graded you by how much you sold.
No.
And then
that's not even.
I was walking down that alley. I think that was one of my happiest days of my life. I met Mrs. Kramer, which was the operator. She was the main operator for the South Centralville. And that's when she told me, I'll never forget that. Mona, and I had put my application. She said, can you come to work? Can you come Monday? And so I stayed there. I went there. And that makes a difference in a job you love.
Yeah.
And one you just go. And I love that work.
What did you do there? You just would connect people?
Yeah, connect.
Connect them to
not
others?
People.
You want to connect the phone?
Yeah, connect line. Number please, thank you. Number please, thank you.
It was pretty fast. I guess it was quick, huh?
Yeah.
Like people would be calling all, you'd be like, here you go, click, here you go, click.
Yeah.
Man.
And that was during the war. Oh, and a lot of people crying. I'm trying to get my son.
Oh.
I'm trying to get. He told me where he would be, and oh God, that sad part of it. And then I'll never forget when Roosevelt. Yeah, it was Roosevelt. Roosevelt died at Warm Spring, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The whole board was lit up. Everybody
was called one.
Yeah.
When you were that this was in New Iberia?
Yeah.
So were y'all living in New Iberia?
Yeah. Then we left the farm, the place we had in the country.
And your dad was working for the city in New Iberia then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
Was that after you graduated or before?
Oh, it was right after I graduated.
Right after you graduated, y'all moved. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. How long did you work at South Centralville?
Oh, till I got married and had 2 or 3 of the kids.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Look how lucky. All those young mothers tells me now, you were so lucky. Let's see, somebody built this small, Dennis Sule, I think, built a small house in New Iberia. After now we're married.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know anything before?
Yeah. Well,
what?
Well, with the.
About the war.
Well, yeah. Well, let's just. So when you did you walk to the South Central Bell job too?
Yeah.
And you worked 2 different shifts, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what my dad had told me that. I just wanted to get that in.
Yeah.
You'd walk, and then they wouldn't let you. You couldn't work all at once. You had to come back. So you'd end up walking home and then walking back, and you pretty much right.
Yeah.
How long was that? The walk?
Oh, that was about I would say 2 miles one way and then 2 miles the other way.
What time would your first shift?
I think it was 7 to 11 and 4 to 8, something like that. It was split. They'd call that split shift.
What did you any other, I guess, memories from working there earlier? I mean, like you said, you talking about with Roosevelt. Anything else that you were there for that was just exciting?
I remember, you could just, after you connected somebody, you could just pull your key and hear the conversation. So I heard a lot of gossip, but then most people are gone. No, I really liked that job.
Were there how many people were in the? How many people worked there? Was it just a bunch of people all on one floor, like, and you could all like it's a busy little board, area, huh?
This is a board with a different.
And is everybody just working? Yeah. Oh man, I bet that was a busy. I think
only one time my chief operator was Mrs. Crane. She was in charge. I remember one time she plugged in me and she says, Miss Delaussy, watch your voice, it carries. It did carry though. I have a long carrying voice.
Was that something like, when did you get your first telephone? I mean, did you have one when you were growing up? Or when you worked at this place, is that the first time you had kind of seen how everything worked with telephones?
I think we had one when we moved.
But it was still was it kind of a new thing?
Yeah.
I mean, so people were just kind of like... Yeah. So that's kind of cool. You were like on the front of a revolution with the telephones, know? Now that's commonplace, but that's so neat. I didn't know you worked there for that long.
Oh, yeah. It makes a lot of difference when you have a job you love.
Yeah.
But you know what this is? You know what got, though, I don't know why I remember that. Okay, after I graduated, I went to apply for a job, and I applied at this little restaurant. And so she hired me, and then I got so nervous. I was new, dumb and new. And so I heard her tell her friend she was sitting and drinking coffee. It was like a little coffee shop. She said, "Oh, she's never gonna make it." So I just did. I did pretty good until I got the job, and then I had to quit.
Yeah.
So guess what? About 6 months or maybe a year, I don't know how long after, this girl comes, and it was her mother that owned the shop. And at that time, I was one of the main supervisors because I liked it so much. That's why I had gone up. And it was her daughter coming to you see how God works.
Did you get hired?
I think so for a little while.
Yeah.
But
she couldn't handle it, huh?
She wasn't all that bright either. Maybe I wasn't bright in some things, but I knew. I guess because I liked it so much.
Yeah. You made you were supervisor?
Yeah. For a long time.
Yeah. So you started there. So I mean, it was a long time you were there. So you started in Wow.
Well, let's see.
It was
18.
You were 18. You were 17 and
probably 22.
31?
I started there.
So like 37.
No, probably
Well,
32.
I mean, yeah.
I was
40,
there before I got
40.
married.
Oh yeah. What? Okay. I'll do a lot of them. All right. Now, when did you meet? Well, you know, where was Pop from? He was in St. Martinville too.
Yeah, but we first met.
Well, I was. Yeah.
He was living in the country, around for a little further.
So y'all lived close when y'all were younger, but you didn't know each other.
Close. No,
Well, no, it wasn't that close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was.
I mean, it was.
It was in the same direction.
Yeah.
But no cars, no nothing.
Right. You know, what did his parents do? Were they farming too?
Yeah. I think they had their own land. I don't know.
Did he go to school at in St. Martinville too?
No, he went in Broussard.
In Broussard, and that was like Broussard High or something, or?
But it was elementary.
Oh yeah, okay.
The beginning. Then in high school, then it was, I guess, Broussard High.
Yeah. And where did y'all meet?
I don't remember where we met. It's sad. Huh?
No.
I think one time, Marjorie and I don't know if we didn't go on horseback. We had to go bring something on that end. And I think your dad I'm getting all mixed up. I think your grandfather was there by the cane. It's something to do with the cane. And then that's how we both met him, Marjorie and I.
Was he, was he still in St. Martin when you were in New Iberia at this point when y'all met?
No.
Okay,
we didn't go to New Iberia until I had graduated.
Oh, so you met before when you were in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So that was what year you think you were? I mean, would you like?
Yeah, but we didn't associate that much. So I met him like one time in the country.
Yeah.
When he was in the country.
And so when you graduate, you're working at South Central Bell. Then how did y'all meet again?
Well, they had dances in St. Martinsville, and we'd see there. And then Pop got, then I didn't see him anymore. I didn't know what happened. The war started, and he went and worked in the shipyards.
Okay.
Then I heard that he was engaged to somebody I knew in St. Martinsville. And then I heard that she broke the engagement while he was in the service.
Oh.
And then we met again when he came back from the service.
Was he done, or was he still? He was finished with the service when y'all met again.
Yeah.
Okay, so the war was over.
The war was over.
Okay. Was it a dance kind of thing, or just?
No. He just came home. I think we had talked somewhere. We had met. Then one time he came home. Did
you write letters or anything while he was in the army?
I remember writing him one letter because they were saying, we get news from the family that he was dating this German girl now. That this girl here, Mary Alice Duro, that was the girl.
Mary Alice
Duro. That's the one he was engaged to, and he had even given her a ring.
No. Oh, and she.
Yeah, so she broke up with him and
he was going
married his best friend.
Oh.
So he had some sadness.
Yes, but she broke up with him because he was going into the. Was that part of it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't ever talk to her about it.
But so you wrote him a letter when you heard he was dead.
And I said, just be careful what you're doing. I said, I'm meeting different boys, and I know you're meeting a lot, but be sure, blah, blah, blah. I guess I actually wanted to have another look at it.
Yeah.
But, he used to be good at cards, and he thought he was the best. But on the way, that's a shame, though, in a way. He had won a lot of money off. On the way coming back home on that ship, they had those their card sharks, and they cleaned
him out. Oh man! So he won a lot of money when he was. This was on his way back, right?
Well, when he was over there, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I hear.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe it's not true, but that's what they tell me.
So then y'all started dating when he got back?
Yeah, he came home. Well, I was dating somebody else. No, then we started, I guess. A little bit at a time.
Yeah. And what did Pop do when he got back? What kind of work was he?
He was He was a salesman first.
For like a.
On the roads.
Like what? Yeah. Kind of like stuff you bring and show people when that kind of thing.
I think he had a route with some company, the candy company, I think.
Oh, candy.
And he'd go deliver the candy, and then he got with Email Motor Company.
Okay.
Email Motor Parts. So he stayed there a long time. He was manager there of some kind. And then he got his first taste of a service station. It's in New Iberia. It's going in, past. How can I explain it? It's not there anymore. But it's, I think they had on what street is that? Center Street?
Main?
No,
not Main. Yes.
New Iberia, the Abbeville Highway, the same street.
Okay. We grew it.
So he opened, Exxon had a service station there, so he got it and managed it for a while.
So he left the motor company and then started managing service stations. Were y'all married then or not?
Yeah.
When did y'all get married? What year?
Lord, John.
we can
I was looking to see Debbie's painting there with the two trees. What does it say? I thought maybe they had a year.
Oh yeah, it does. 1946.
Okay, well then the war was over in 1945.
My mom did this?
Yeah.
She said
either your mother or your grandma.
My mom used to do that kind of stuff all the time. She doesn't do that at all anymore.
I like that.
I don't know why she stopped. I guess she doesn't have the time to do it now. But
yeah, wasn't the war over in 1945?
44, yeah.
Okay.
So it was right after. So
it was right after.
Y'all got married. He was working at the motor parts store when y'all got married, or did he? What did was your?
No, he worked
as a salesman.
The salesman, then we got married, then he went to work for Email Motor Supply.
And when y'all got married, y'all lived in New Iberia. You remember the house?
Yeah, it was my mother had she lived in the front, and my sister lived in the back, and it was a 2 apartment.
Oh, okay.
So we lived in it's on Charles Street.
You know who's still there?
Yeah.
It is?
My sister still lives there.
Oh, okay. Great.
But we had the other.
I want to go take a picture of that. What street did you say it was?
826 Charles.
Okay.
Well, but don't take a picture of Mama's. The first one was Mama's.
Okay.
Because it's terrible.
Mm.
It's not, one of the kids is not selling. I think Wayne and Mike would fix it up real nice.
Yeah.
But they can't get the full possession of it. Marjorie can't. I gave Marjorie my share.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Well, then I've been there before then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm going to name one.
And she lives right in the back.
Okay.
And he was a good carpenter. They could have really fixed it.
Yeah.
But they fixed her house pretty good. Those bars are good to her, too. But they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Most of the kids gave it, except they have about 3. I don't know why.
Yeah. So he's managing the service station, and you're working at South Central Bell, and I guess what came next? When y'all
That's it.
what
Then I had the babies.
when was Aunt Brenda born? Okay, it was like was that before? Well, let's just when did Pop start Menard Oil and get all that? So I guess start working towards that.
I guess, you see, we had that station, and then one of the Exxon reps told him about what the opening here with that plant. But this was something, though. When he opened it, he was the laughing stock of Abbeville.
Why?
Because they said, they tell him, we tried to open that 3 times. 3 different people came to open it. And the plant's down now. You know, on Miles Street where it was?
Yeah.
And then Exxon built a new one and we bought it.
Okay. Wow. So that was how that was pretty. Was it really expensive to buy the plant?
Yeah.
Yes. Y'all had saved up a lot, or did y'all have to? Yeah, you got to.
No, I guess we
Took out.
they made it easy for us, I guess.
Yeah.
We paid so much.
Yeah.
A lot of times we had to pay for a load of gas, you know, and then the credit cards. I remember Manning had to go pretty often to his mama, borrow the money to pay the load of gas, so we could. Then we got our credit card, and then we could pay her off. You know, it was a matter of days.
Yeah.
But we had to pay it then.
Right.
So times were hard for a while.
Yeah. When did y'all get the plan?
Oh, Jonathan, it's at the office.
Okay.
The date.
Was anybody born yet? Or was this before Brenda?
No, Brenda was born.
Brenda was born.
Yeah, because Brenda and
Well, you said 3 of them.
John was going to school over there.
When y'all
In Yabir.
okay.
And Lauren? No, I'm not Lauren. Okay, no, not Brenda. Okay, let's see who was going to school. Marcy and Brenda. Those 2 were going to school in Yabir.
Okay. So when y'all bought the plane, y'all moved to Abbeville.
Yeah.
And that was the Michael Street?
Yeah. No, it was St. Mary.
Okay.
I think we rented the house in St. Mary. I don't know if we bought it. It's by Mount Carmel, that area.
Okay. So what? So you left South Central Bell too, then when y'all got the plant.
Yeah.
But what did you do?
Oh no, I left South Central Bell because Marcy was a crybaby, so I couldn't. And then by that time, we didn't need it that bad, you know. We could do it out.
Yeah.
But you know what's unbelievable when I tell those girls? I had gotten a lady from Iraq. She was the cleanest when I had the Brenda or Lauren. No. When I had gotten Marcy probably. And then she'd live with us in that small house. I don't think you ever remember that house. Mm-hmm. So across the bayou.
Yeah.
And she'd live with us there and everything. And with what we were making, we could afford her. Mm-hmm. But you see how cheap the labor is.
Yeah.
Right now, how you make $1 million, you still can't afford a 24-hour service. So it's almost finished.
Yeah. Well, look, this is what I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna do. We can just go. Well, yeah, we're almost done. But then, there's gonna be times I'm gonna call you on the phone and get you to elaborate on some of this.
Okay.
You know, just if you may think of something after we talk, because I want to have an outline, but I do want to do a pretty big thing. And with what the information I have now, I can do a little. Well, this is what happened here and here and here. But I kind of want to add some more detail. So
you know, if you have it, you know who remembers more than anything. It's Marjorie.
Marjorie. Yeah, that
she's smart. She really remembers. Oh, but no, then Arena would have been good for.
Yeah.
For Manning. Okay, she came. I was thinking of us, but What question that I couldn't answer?
Oh.
That she could. That it was just for about us, not about Manny.
I don't remember. I think maybe. Oh, when the last thing I asked was just when y'all had moved here, but we can find that at the plant if we need to. See some stuff like that. I may call it. I may be when I think of something, I may go, oh well, look, I forgot to ask Mom this
When
about.
we moved here, that's right. They were all at Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when we had the plant here?
Yeah, when y'all got the plant, I guess. But when Pop bought the plant, everybody said, "Oh, you'll never be able to do anything with it." How hard? What did he do differently that made him succeed? He just worked so much harder at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd go meet the people.
Right.
You know, and ask them how they like, and that's.
So when y'all got the plant, there was no other gas. Y'all didn't have a gas station yet or a service station.
No.
So then y'all, when did everything get? I guess when did it get successful? When did y'all start being able to open a gas station here and then open another one there later? Is it like in the?
Well, mostly it was wholesale.
Okay.
Mostly it was selling bulk amounts.
Yeah.
You know, we'd go to the farmers, but around that time they had a lot of drilling, all rigs, so we didn't worry too much about the station.
Yeah.
That just came in later.
Okay.
You know, Brenda too would remember a lot.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask everybody. I'm gonna get everybody to say some things too.
Ask her. She'll know. She remembers.
Well, that's good. I'll
Marjorie, that's right. Marjorie's no use because it's just about just when we were first.
But she'd probably be able to give me some good information about
she'll be glad to talk. She remembers.
Okay. Well, I'll do that, and and I'm gonna ask every, and Brendan all that too. I just wanted to get a little outline from you first about what happened, and then I'm gonna go look at it and see what I need to get more information on.
Good.
But if I do, I'll just call you. I'm not gonna keep you on the phone as long as that lady did last night. But
please.
I'll just ask you some questions, and now I know what to look for. I have to see what I want to expand upon.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too bad.